Cool. Amazing. All right. Hello, everyone. Um, Thank you for coming to this webinar between Price Labs and OTASync. We'll wait just one more minute so everybody can join. Thank you for being here. We'll starting in a minute. Fantastic. Hello, Danny. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this webinar. We're happy to have you here. This is a shared webinar between OTASync and Price Labs, where we will show you how these two systems can work together and provide amazing tools for property management managers and hosts. Let's start by presenting ourselves. Yeah, today we'll start. Yeah, we will speak about the revenue growth made simple, dynamic pricing and market trends for Eastern Europe. With me, I have Georgie. Hello, Georgie.
Hi everyone.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for being here. My name is Joaquin, and I'm solution consultant at Price Labs for the Eastern European market and Spain. So I'm very happy to be here, and I'll start by presenting Price Labs for you. First, yeah, the agenda. We'll speak about how the Price Labs algorithm works. We will see some market trends, some market data for the Eastern European market. Then we will be speaking about how Price Labs and OTASync work together. And Georgia here will be telling you about OTASync and their wonderful features. And at the end, we will quickly go through 5 tips to get the most out of the Price Labs tools and a surprise at the end. All right. So here at Zoom, we have, you'll see we have a chat um, section that you can use. And there's also a Q&A where you can write your questions, if any, during the webinar. Make sure to write them there so we can keep track and answer both during the webinar, and we will save some time at the end to answer any question that wasn't addressed during the call. All right. Fantastic. With that, let's speak a little bit about Price Labs. This is a revenue management platform and dynamic pricing solution for short-term rentals and independent hotels. We have been in the market for more than 10 years. We are currently pricing more than 500,000 properties in more than 100 countries. And we created four main products. Dynamic pricing, this is the one we are most well known for, where we maximize the revenue by combining human control with best-in-class automation. We use market data and users' customizations to enhance and optimize the pricing. Apart from this, we have portfolio analytics. This is a tool that will dig into the data of how your properties are progressing, how they are performing. And we also provide two market research tools, market dashboards and revenue estimator. Dashboards are complete reports that can be created on any market in the world, and where we will show everything about what's going on that market. And Revenue Estimator Pro is a tool to, as the name says, get estimations about properties, how they can earn, how much they can earn, how the occupancy would look like, ADRs, and so on. So in the first place, why to choose dynamic pricing? Most of you probably know and have heard in the past about it. And your own experience for sure will show you that you can really optimize the rentability of the profitability of your properties by using a solution like PriceLabs, right? Where we optimize the prices based on the market trends. We automatically respond to any change in the market demand and supply as well. We offer products to keep track of the competition and closely monitor what's going on in the market. We use data sources as Airbnb and Booking.com, and we allow you to explore the market, see how your competitors' prices look, how the occupancy, the demand looks like, and give you all the tools to really understand how are you standing in the market as compared to the competitors. Basically, this using PriceLabs saves a lot of your most precious resource, which is time, because PriceLabs, as I said, it automatically responds to the market fluctuations and to the rules that every user can set on their accounts, right? Cool. That being said, let's explore really quick how the PriceLabs algorithm works. We basically scrape data from Airbnb and Booking.com mainly. We also have VRBO, key data, and our own database of events and holidays that are applicable on any market in the world. So we start by processing that data, removing outliers, ghost listings, and so on. And basically, by generating a comp set for each of the properties that you're trying to price, that comp set built out of the nearest 350 properties that have a similar bedroom count to yours. And by analyzing that comp set, we come out with the market factors, the market intelligence. That's step number 3 in the slide. And that happens automatically. And then on step number 4, we also apply the rules that you as a user can apply. Think about minimum stay strategies or discounts and promotions. And once we get to the final price, what we do is that every 24 hours, we sync the price and minimum stay for each date and for each of your properties, and we send it to OTASync. And from there, it is taking to the different channels, your website, and so on, right? So cool. Now, that being said, I'll share with you some market data slides for the Eastern European market. All right. This is kind of aggregated data coming from many countries, which are very different between them. But basically, this is coming from Poland, Hungary, Czech Republic, the Baltics, Hungary, and Bulgaria, Romania. So, looking at this part of the world, Eastern EU, and when we look at occupancy, we are expecting that 2025 compared to 2024, occupancy is expected to remain stable as compared to 2024, right? Here, below the red line, we have a gray line, which is showing us the occupancy 1 year ago. So as you can see, this is pretty the same. That means the pacing is very similar, and the expected occupancy as well. Then in terms of ADR, this is where we are looking at a significant increase by 15% in 2025 as compared to last year, right? So yeah, here the red line is the 2025 pacing. Of course, we are looking to till 2026 as well, till July 2026 here in this slide. And yeah, so this will show us, this is showing the increase in ADR, average daily price. Then when looking at the booking window, it's also expected to decrease by a 4%. There's a little bit of, as every year, right, when Eastern festivities change between March and April. Here we can see how 2024 we have Eastern on March, and in this year we had it in April, so that made the booking window higher than last year and lower than last year here. But looking at the other months, yeah, it's dropping a little bit. That means people are booking a little bit more last minute. So yeah. Cool. Regarding length of stay, this of course changes a lot based on the market where you are. Either you are in a summer holiday place or a winter holiday place or a city. But basically, we can say 4 nights minimum stay across the region, and in some months, 3 nights minimum stay. Cool. That being said, I will pass the torch to Georgie. Yeah, and he will take you over OTAsync.
Yeah, before I continue with the presentation about OTASync, I just want to thank you for in front of the OTASync for having this webinar. And I want to mention that this kind of technology, when I say this kind of technology, I mean revenue optimization, dynamic pricing, is not something that is made up yesterday. This is something that the airlines have been doing for decades. You know the time when you go online and you search for your tickets and they change literally in minutes. You go once, it's this price, in next 5 minutes is plus 10%, next 5 minutes is not another 10% increase in the pricing. So airlines have already made a significant revenue increase by using this kind of the dynamic pricing technology. connected with their main sales tools. So it's extremely important because hospitality for a long time, and specifically saying hospitality, I mean for a hotel and short-term rental accommodations, have been ignoring this type of technology for more than 10 years, thinking let's do it tomorrow, let's do it in a week, let's do it next year. This year, this season, I'm going to do the same thing that I did last year. I'm going to set the prices and increase or decrease them the last minute. That is leaving the money on the table. And I completely agree with everything that has been said, that this kind of technology is something that is going to create a significant impact in the business of every short-term rental or a hotel property in the world, not just when we are talking about this region. So what is OTASync? OTASync is an all-in-one cloud-based software for hotels and other types of accommodation. What we aim to do is to create an intuitive and centralized system where you can manage all of your data and all of your sales management and guest experience inside of one tool. We are connected with different tools such as the dynamic pricing price labs or the ERP, smart locks, restaurant systems, everything, and OTA Sync acts like a heart of the business. You can manage your sales, you can manage your people inside of the OTASync, everything. What kind of the solutions are there as being all in one? You have the PMS, so it's a front desk, and both also for the back office. There is a channel manager through which we are through the API we are connected with OTA, such as Booking.com, Airbnb, Expedia, hotel beds, and every other solution that you can name it. I see that there is a lot of the attendance from the Hungary, so I will also mention that we are connected with Salash as one of our sales channels directly integrated with OTASync. And there is a booking engine that allows you to receive commission-free direct bookings on your website. But it's not just that. There is a lot of the specific solutions, such as the overbooking management. When you get to that phase while using OTASync, and this is something that we are proud of, when you increase your revenue, when you increase your occupancy, and when you get to the point where you don't know what you are going to do with all of the occupancy and all of the guests that are coming in, we like to mention different strategies, such as the overbooking strategy. Through the OTASync, you have the overbooking management, room management. You have you can send offers directly to the guest, to the email, to the WhatsApp, and you can connect some third-party solutions, such as, for example, chatbots, AI solutions. And what we also offer is the omni-channel inbox. That means that you can communicate with all of the guests directly from our dashboard. Our solution is user and mobile friendly, and it can save you up to 7 hours per week per employee while using OTASync. And not just that, by utilizing all of our solutions, an average user of OTASync has seen a 40% revenue increase year over year in the last 5 years since we released our tool. Our solution is being used by more than 3,000 users in 25 markets, and it's translated to actually 19 languages. We also have it translated to almost every European language, but outside of that, also some Asian languages. Can we go to the next slide? Thank you. So what kind of the power you get by using the integration between OTASync and Price Labs? Even though the OTASync and Price Labs are two tools, by having them integrated, you have like a power gun for your sales. What does that mean? You can have a data-driven pricing. You don't need to go in OTASync and think about what my competitors are doing. Have they changed their prices? Have they lowered the price? Do they have an occupancy increase? What's happening in the region? You don't need to think about that. You leave the tool to think about that and have the data-driven impact in your business. That means by utilizing AI and market data, Price Labs calculate what's your optimal daily rate and sends it directly to OTASync. By having channel manager in OTASync, we send that data directly to the OTAs without any spreadsheets, no manual entry, needed. And it's in real time OTA updates. So that means if the Price Labs sends an update to OTASync that the price needs to increase, you won't lose your money. And there is always something that is going on every year. Either it's some kind of the festivities, some local events, some big concerts in your region, something that you don't know in real time, something that has changed. You are at your other job, you are at your main job, you are at a meeting, and something happens, and your competitors pick up that sweet money off the table, and you are only left what you can get. But don't leave money on the table. Start using the right tools in order to get all of the revenue that you can get and to maximize your sales. Can we go to the next slide, please? Why managers love this setup? And when I say managers, I really mean it. Every manager that is using this kind of the integration says this is a game changer for them. And why is it a game changer? It saves your time. Let's be honest. Your time is your most valuable asset. You have limited time in your hands. So that means if you are working 8 hours, if you are working 12 hours, that's it what you can get. In those 8, 6, 12 hours, what you can do, you can try to get the data online, you can scrape what's going on, you can try to investigate in other websites, you can check what has been going on in the last year, in the last period, what is the pickup rate, what is the booking window, and make a decision. You can do that. That is something that every manager does. That's part of your job. But why wouldn't you let the tool do that for you? It's like having an assistant doing the 24 hours job for you. Imagine having someone work 24 hours without having any complaints, without thinking, maybe I should ask for a bit of raise, maybe I should take a break. This is not something that is going on when you are using the right tool. Maximizing your revenue. I already said it. A lot of you are leaving the money on the table. You don't make a decision in real time. You leave the money on the table. You don't maximize your revenue by doing something an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours per day. You can maximize it only if you are doing it every minute of every hour during the day. So that means this is not something that a human can do. I mean, you can try it, but you are going to make a human-made error, and that is completely okay. But by making errors, you again leave money on the table. That said, reducing human error, we can directly monetize it. Every error, if it's costing you $1,000, imagine having 10 errors per year. That's 10,000 more for you and for your business. What does that mean? You can be scalable for growth. Whether you manage 20 properties or 200, whether you have 5 apartments now or 10 apartments, but you are thinking, I will grow my business in the future. I want to grow my business. I want this to be something that is going to get me to my pension, something that can retire me in 10, 15, 20 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. But that is available to you only if you are thinking in the terms of how to scale and how to be efficient. Can we go to the next slide? How does the syncing goes? So the Price Labs takes the daily and on-demand price and restriction updates, recalculates everything, and sends it to the OTASync. We take the data and send the data directly to OTAs. In real time, everything is completely synchronized. So you don't leave any time or anything to the risk, and everything is done automatically. Can we go to the next slide? That is it now from my side. I believe that this kind of the integration is crucial to have. If you are using some kind of the property management system or a channel manager that does not offer you a connection to the dynamic pricings or allows you to have a connection, but does not allow you to have sufficient information about what that integration does to you and to your business by allowing you to have the real-time automated reports, real-time communication with your guests. Maybe it's time to rethink your tech strategy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, George. Uh, yeah, amazing things that you have said. Now, I'll speak about some tips and some basically features that PriceLabs provides to property managers and hosts. Um, Starting with the standard customizations driven by the market data with respect to demand and seasonality, right? So this means that PriceLabs is the only platform out there that is capable of, for example, recommending you a last minute gradual discount, right? Based out of the market data and how people are booking the type of unit that you manage on your specific location, right? Let's say you are in Budapest and you have a two-bedroom apartment and people book 30 days in advance, median, right? The booking window is 30 days. So PriceLabs will basically take this into consideration and basically recommend you a gradual minimum stay, a gradual last minute discount that will take in based out of the market data, right? And the market data, again, that is specific to your location and to your type of property, your type of unit. So apart from this example of the last minute discounts, think also about far out pricing. Price Labs also watches how your competitors are managing prices for far out dates and also recommends you gradually adjust your prices for far out days and increase them in a personalized way based out of the market data. All right. So yeah, similar to that. And I will jump now to number 3. All right. I will skip number 2 for a minute. On the number 3, we are talking about minimum stay settings, right? Minimum stays are like also a fundamental pillar in any revenue management strategy, right? Is revenue management is not only about nightly prices, but it's also about how we can get the best reservation possible. And for that, we use the minimum stay settings, right? We try always to get the longer bookings first, right? Those are the most desirable bookings because they mean lesser check-in and check-outs, lesser cleanings and amenity reposition, right? So again, PriceLabs is capable of looking at all the reservations that are happening. Coming again to my example for 2 bedrooms in Budapest, right? And is looking at how long are these stays, how far in advance they are booked. And basically, by looking at that data, it will recommend you minimum stay settings, which are different on every month, of course. We had a really high season, a really good month in August that just ended in Budapest, right? But then we have September, October. Normal minimum stay on those months is 3 nights, and then but then on, let's say, December, January, it's a little bit lower, especially January after the holidays. And in that month, it will be recommending a 2 night minimum stay instead, right? But it's not only a fixed number. Don't think about a fixed number, right? Because now we are in September, but if we are looking to sell for February, let's say, we have some months in advance. So maybe now for February, we are Price Labs is setting a 3-night minimum stay, but 30 days before the start of February, it will drop it automatically to 2 nights to make, to open for those type of bookings. And meaning that on any given month, it will optimize your minimum stay strategy to help you get the best reservations possible, the longer reservation possible first, and then dropping restrictions, making more flexibility, let's say, to fill out the calendar, right? So again, this is available property by property. If you have a 4-bedroom apartment, it will have a complete different recommendation than a studio, even though they are in the same building. All right. So these are tools that you won't find anywhere else as of now. Cool. Regarding tip number 2, in Price Labs, you're able to keep track of all your main KPIs and compare them against the market, right? On your main dashboard, you can select between dozens of different metrics. Think of occupancy versus the market on different time ranges. Next 7 days, next 15 days, next 30 days, next 60 days, right? On different day ranges, how's your occupancy looking and how it compares to the market's average for similar properties? Are you having more occupancy? Are you having lesser occupancy? How's that difference? Those things on Price Labs, you can see them automatically. And then, of course, ADRs, revenue. ADRs are average daily rates, occupancies, and different metrics that you can decide to watch, whether with your on a listing level or for your entire portfolio or a group of your properties, right? Price Labs is a tool that it's used by hosts, people that have one property, and we also have property managers with more than 10,000 properties. So we serve all types, all sizes of portfolios. Finally, tip number 4, neighborhood data. This is an amazing place within Price Labs, available at the listing level. Listing level means property level. So for each of your properties, you will have the access to the neighborhood data, where you will be able to compare your prices against the competition, see how your prices look in a chart, in a chart that is easy to digest, easy to read. Understand how the market occupancy is, how it compares to the occupancy last year, and everything else, right? Think of occupancy base month by month, booking window metrics, and length of stay, etc., to help you understand what's going on in the market and what you should expect, and help you also take informed decisions whenever you are setting up any rule into your strategy. Fantastic. Then number 5, portfolio analytics. This is something I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the call. Portfolio analytics is one of our products. It's a free to use product. This is something that not everybody knows, but basically, even if you're not a paying customer in Price Labs, you can connect Price Labs with your with OTASync in this case, and pull your properties into Price Labs and access the portfolio analytics that will show how your properties are performing. Will show you your main KPIs. It will allow you compare against your performance last year or against the market. So basically what it does, it pulls data from OTASync and creates fantastic reports that are very helpful for taking informed decisions. All right, so Um, yeah, hope you find this intriguing and that you would like to, try it out to see how it works for you. Fantastic. Yeah. Before I go to the surprise, I wanted to say every user, every person has a 30-day free trial in PriceLab, so you can try and use the platform for 30 days for free, see if it works for you without, any compromise at the beginning. So yeah, surprise is an exclusive promo code that you can use to get 15% off of your first 3 months. This is after the 30-day free trial. You also will have this special discount for attending this webinar. So yeah, make sure to read that QR code or or take a note about it here, OTASync PL 2025, that will get you 15% off for the first 3 months of your subscription. Fantastic. With that, we are approaching the end of the webinar of this presentation. So feel free to write any question in the Q&A. It will be great to hear you and yeah, to share a little bit more with you in case you have any questions. Here in the screen, you can also see our support emails, both for PriceLabs and OTASync. So make sure to take a note from those. Fantastic. I see a question here from Ajnal Gal. The cost, please. Absolutely, the cost depends on the amount of properties that you are syncing. All right. So yeah, that is completely dependent on the amount of properties. So feel free to visit our website. We have a calculator there where you introduce the number of listings and you will see the price per month. Yeah. Fantastic. I saw someone raise their hand. Then yeah, maybe Milana, I think we we cannot give you anyone access to the microphone, but if you could write the question in the Q&A, that will be fantastic. We'd love to hear your question. Okay. Georgie, anything else you like to add?
Nothing. I think this was a great presentation and showing the main and crucial things. I just want to, if anyone is using OTASync and is interested to know how to start with Price Labs, and maybe we didn't answer the question how to do it from OTASync, you can reach out at our email support@otasync.me. The colleagues will help you set up communication with Price Labs and finish the setup directly in the OTASync. Integration is easy. You can find it in the marketplace, but whatsoever, you can send an email or reach out directly through the chat.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And in case you came to this webinar and you were brought by Price Labs, make sure you give a try to OTASync. Fantastic software that will save you a lot of time and yeah, help you with your daily endeavors. Fantastic. Ja, will I just wait one more minute to see if anyone else has a question? Feel free to drop it on the Q&A. Thank you. Pleasure to have you here, Ajnal. Yeah. All right. So I think there's everything was very clear, Georgie. So I think we can finish here. Uh, Make sure to reach out to us if anything comes up. Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure to do this joint webinar. And yeah, wishing you everyone a great rest of the day.
Thank you, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Bye bye, Georgie. Bye.